Alright, hey guys, Fiddleferret here, and welcome back to another visual novel. Go ahead and do another episode, obviously here, of High School Romance. I think this is episode 5. I want to say a quick shout out, thank you guys so much for all the support and love you've been giving this series for a while. I know I haven't even really been doing many visual novels lately, and I'm really kind of getting back into them some, and the fact that you guys are still so into them is really cool to me, so I'm happy that you guys seem to be enjoying them as much as I have been. But anyway, let's go ahead and get right back into the video. A feeling of peaceful, drowsy wakefulness sweeps over me as a bell chimes distantly in the school. My body feels so light. I don't want to move at all, knowing it'd shred the thin, comfortable veil of sleep still wrapped around my mind. Whatever Magi Shira did last night, I highly recommend it. I was about to say, what? As much as creeping on you is really stroking my ego here, we gotta go. I jolt upward. Charlie? Hello? Why are you here? I knew you'd be out of it in oversleep. Thought I might actually do you a favor so you won't be late. You know, to make up for how honest I was yesterday. But how did you get in here? Didn't Shira lock the door on the way out? This is a school of magic, you know. Locks aren't exactly the biggest hindrance. Get up. My feet remember what it's like to move as I scramble up, and then realize how much skin I'm showing. Don't look. I stumble like a newborn calf toward the bedroom, my legs not yet catching up with the rest of my body. I end up sprawled uselessly across the floor, staring up at the ceiling until a pile of cloth falls over my face. There's your robes, by the way. We're practicing magic today, so you'd want to show up in those. Better get ready quick, otherwise I'm bailing and heading to class on my own. I'd give you instructions to get there, but you'd probably get lost, so we'd never see you again. Bye. Ugh. Why does my only classmate have to be a jigsaw puzzle of cryptic intentions? I can't decide if she wants to befriend me, or just wants the best seat possible as she tortures me. As I glare up at the ceiling, a firm determination settles over me. If she wants to test me, that's fine. Let her. I'll pass. I get ready in what must be record time. Even pulling what must be another pair of Magi Shira's panties out of the drawer doesn't slow me down. I scrub down until the skin is pink. Mouth is set in a grim line as I refuse to let anything at all, distract me. Post-shower, I flick off the towel, magic shedding a wave of heat through it as I scrub it into my hair and dry it. And dry it. And dry it more. How long does this take? Alright, forget it. I wring out as much excess water as I can with my hands and then pull on my robes. They feel heavy, denser. Good for protection against most practice spells, I bet. With an efficiency that I would probably make the Royal Guard proud, I finish getting ready and head toward Charlie's dorm. About time. Let's go. Oop. About time? I'm practically out of breath, but I try not to show it, following Charlie through the hallway. And then right to the same classroom that Magi Shira showed me yesterday. How would this have been difficult to find? It wouldn't have. I just wanted to see you get out of your room faster. She slides her hands into her pockets with a smug grin. You're too easy. And you're here early. Excellent. Charlie's smug smile look intensifies as she turns towards Magi Shira too. I couldn't hear the click-clack of her approaching heels and the sound of the stream whistling over my ears. Standing straight and firm, Magi Shira observes us both. Good. You both look prepared. Now follow me. Oops, I keep clicking off the screen. As these are our first lessons together as a group, we will be practicing in the arena. It will be for you both to get used to this place in case you pass your entrance test, as next year you will have to spend a lot more time in here in battle. Really? Yes. As you know by now, the primary event that goes on in the school is the Magi Wars tournament. And here we are. Charlie and I have been doing some basic drills before you joined us, Sophie. And just as with Charlie, I always start my students out on defensive drills. Oop, excuse me, I've got a burp, but I shouldn't because that's rude and that would be very unladylike, which if we're playing this game, we always are. I mean, I don't think I'll ever really get to play a guy in these games, but that's fine. It's paramount that you be able to protect yourself if you're expected to go and compete in the Magi Wars. Magi Wars. I nod in understanding. Summon a defensive barrier. This is it. This is really it. My first magic lesson at the academy. Focus, focus, focus. I will my magic outward in an arc, forcing it to replenish over and over. Mine ripples with waves of power, while Charlie's appears more like a grindwork of connected, intense lines. Why does hers look so much different? You have good instinct, Sophie. But unacceptable. Ooh, really? Unacceptable? Instincts aren't always enough. The blast of magic strikes before I can even react, launching me backwards. It doesn't have half of the power as it did when we actually sparred, but I still end up in a heap. Why didn't it work? I glance up, surprised, as Charlie extends a hand to me. I take it and pull myself up with a wince. So much for a good impression. A rookie mistake. You perform defensive spells as if you only read about the most basic properties in the textbook. Your magic fluctuated, and even then its patterns was predictable. Striking at the right moment allowed me to knock you back, as if you had no defense at all. Notice how Charlie's defense doesn't have that flickering quality, as she's doing the spell correctly. The praise causes the girl to flash a pleased grin at me, the weebled barrier throwing patterns of light over her face. Structuring your defense makes it more solid, less prone to flickering. Magic is more complex than I had realized. I will have you practicing this until you reach perfection. There is no room for laziness in my classroom. Now, again. Charlie and I work as if we're training for the Royal Guard, rather than a simple initiate test. Is she always like this? Shira goes on about how the magic feels, about the slight movements and concentrations that are required to form a perfect shield in an instant. And this is just day one. Jeez. But for all its difficulty, I wouldn't trade studying it for anything. After a desperate hour of practice and shame, I finally get my shield at least resemble one of Charlie's had been practicing. I'm not going to let her show me up, not on the first day. We will change things up. Now that you both understand the skill, Charlie, test Sophie's defenses yourself. See how she fares against your assault. What? I'm Charlie's punching bag all of a sudden? Sophie, feel free to attack or defend, simply win the fight with no severe harm. You are testing your abilities to attack and defend, not create a bloodbath with each other. Is it just my imagination, or does Charlie seem a little disappointed about that? Man, I've got to watch my back with this one. I glance over at my new rival. We'll say good luck, because we're gonna be the better man, if you catch my drift. But we'll say good luck. Luck? Don't even need it. Hope you have high pain tolerance and brought some bandages with you. It's gonna be a bumpy ride once I knock that lump of a shield. You talk a lot. Means you're better at making threats than carrying them out. Good. Keep underestimating me. I like it that way. Keeps your expression all the better when I knock you on your... Ahem. Right. Back to business. Let's see what you've got, then. We stand apart from each other, taking our respective places. Charlie's smile, infuriating as it is, stays in place as she stares me down. When you're ready. 3, 2, 1, begin. Charlie's spell breaks off from her hands, and a stream of missiles strikes in front of my barrier. Her smile turns into a grimace at the resistance, before another series of basic attacks leave her fingertips. I brace for them, willing the magic to make a solid, cohesive grind. The strikes hit in close succession, as I will all my power to reinforce the shield until the last strike dissipates. It hits so hard my teeth chatter in response as the shock vibrates along the arm. I fend each attack off, but drop the shield a moment later. My wrist hurt to the bone. Excellent job, Sophie. As we get more specialized in shields, you'll learn how to direct your magic and repel in smaller, more concentrated areas. Covering your entire body with a defense isn't economical, as you've realized you couldn't hold it for very long. You were having some performance issues there. You didn't get through. Sure I did. I just didn't attack you after you dropped the shield because I didn't want to mess up your pretty face. Is that sarcasm, or is my face actually pretty? Or what does it matter? Pay attention. Being able to defend is necessary, but ultimately pointless if you can't balance it with attacking. Resume your places. Spar with each other in the same way you did when you first arrived. Oh, goody. And here I thought we were going to have to keep the sparring to a verbal variety. You better hope you're better at the physical kind. We stand apart from each other again as I shake my hands. Come on, I need all I can get right now. For a moment I wait and watch, trying to judge what kind of fighting style Charlie's going for. I don't wait long. For her basic force attack launches itself at my head only a second later. I mean, we haven't been firing, so I'm going to try and shield, I guess. I have a feeling the game doesn't want me to shield, but I'm going to try, although I'm pretty sure it's going to fail. I dip below the wave of magic and raise my shield again. I think I singed some of my hair, but it held. Swiftly sidestepping her second attack, I fire back one of my own. I catch her in the arm. Excellent work, Sophie. Keep it up. Charlie, you need some variety. She knows what you're doing, so change tactics. But she doesn't change anything, as I try to dance around the attacks and return fire. I then realize when she's changed it up, she doesn't move at all, the shield coming up to shatter my attack. It dissipates as she jumps through it. Her fist is glowing red as it aims straight towards my temple. I don't think to do anything except shield. Hesitantly raising my barrier, but knowing it will be too weak to protect me, closing my eyes against the expected pain. But nothing happens. When I glance up again, her glowing fist of energy still hovers about an inch from my head, but another barrier stands between the two of us, forcing her hand back. It trembles a little. Is that? Shira is watching us passively from the side, not seeming to have interfered. Then, taking charge of this new power, it seems heavy and uncertain, like a newly discovered limb that's always been asleep. But with this powerful surge, I managed to push Charlie's back away from me. My magic surges over her, blasting her to the ground. Impressive. Shira has moved forward to end the fight. Where did you learn that, Sophie? I didn't. It just kind of happened. Shira tilts her head at me, staring at me with such intent I start to shrink beneath the gaze. Did I do something wrong? Charlie punches the ground as she gets up. I want a rematch! Now. You've antagonized each other enough. You're both under my tutelage. You will be expected to work together. A little friendly rivalry never hurt anything. Nevertheless, we'll next do a team building exercise for the sake of you not slaughtering each other. But first, you both know the appropriate spell to sort out your clothes. Both of us realize the state of our robes and quickly go about summoning the power to repair the damage. Good. Now, instead of guarding yourself, you will practice guarding another person. This technique involves projecting your magic further and maintaining the same steady control and equal dispersion. No weak spots, Sophie. I nod. The stakes are always higher when other people are involved. You're prone to get clumsy and act too rashly without thought. There are impulses you can't give into. The stakes may be higher, but your odds are also better. We run through a series of drills, working on shifting our magic further from ourselves and relying less on the physical sensation of holding a shield in place. It's tricky, but I seem to pick it up faster than Charlie, whose shield keeps flickering out of existence about 2 feet from her. Oh, come on! This is the one thing I actually need you to be better at than me. Magi here ignores my complaints and bickering with a stony expression and an intense silence, until we both succumb to the look and refocus. All right, Sophie, cast a shield around Charlie. Yes, ma'am. Succeed or bust. Shira readies herself to attack, and I don't have any time at all to prepare. My hands fly together, stumbling through the motions as fast as possible. A white light flashes from my hand, but as the white light disappears, instead of seeing a shield, I can see something very different. What? Oh my. It takes her a long moment to realize, searching our faces with confusion. Sophie, what the hell did you do? I utilize the elements of surprise. I'm sorry. I really didn't mean to do that. It was a complete accident, I swear. I was just trying to summon a shield like we'd been doing, but I didn't even know this was possible. Charlie huffs, looking down at herself again. You sure you didn't? Because those two things are so easy to mix up. It's true. I really didn't know I didn't know, and I'm so sorry. I didn't want you to think I did that on purpose. Okay, I was kidding, you know. It's fine. It's not. I'm not a creep, I swear. Please don't think that about me. I practically fall to my knees. The more times someone has to say they're not a creep, the more likely they're a creep. It grows exponentially like that. Why would I think you're a creep anyway? But I didn't mean for it to... You're seriously freaking me out about this. Chill out. You're the one making it weird now. We're all girls here, right? Then this settles it. I'm going to hell. My expression must say just how uncomfortable I am because Charlie frowns at me all the more. Shouldn't she be all the more concerned about this? Magi Shira, can I get my robes back before Sophie bursts into blursts of blood vessel? I think that would be best. She strides towards Charlie as if nothing is amiss. Though given the ritual I went through last night, I'm guessing this isn't all that unusual. I can still feel the robes on me. They're just... I can't see them. I believe I can fix this. With just a few waves of Shira's hands, the color bleeds back into the fabric. Alright guys, I think that's gonna do it for this episode. I really like that we're actually powerful. Not like just I like that we're powerful and not super weak, so I can't wait to see. Like, I'm actually interested in the story of this visual novel. It actually seems to have a compelling story, so that is really cool, so I can't wait to do more. But anyway guys, I've been Fiddle Ferret, and I'll see you back on the prowl next time.